it's really not the end. And I can say that because I felt like it was the end for me, and it's not. Um, there is so much that you can do. All you need to do is just reach out for help. Hi, my name is Arefa, and I work in the NGO sector as a teacher trainer. The pandemic, like I think everyone in itself, has been very traumatizing. But what changed for me in the pandemic was the realization of the fact that I'm not okay. I I knew I had mental health issues, but I did not realize that it was that severe that it would actually lead me to wanting to myself.
Hi, my name is Abhilasha. I'm an educator and I'm from Bangalore. Apart from the logistics, with the entire physical distancing and the social distancing that the pandemic brought, I think the emotional distancing gradually started to get to me. Isolation does get to you, no matter how responsible you are once you're done with responsibilities of the day and, you hit that pillow at night. All the existentialism starts getting into you.
Before the pandemic, we all had such busy lives, and so, like many, I did not care much about what was going on, even though it was affecting me really badly. But 7 months into the pandemic, I realized, there was something wrong, and then I slowly started having episodes of the past replaying in my mind again and again, and that slowly started triggering me, and I feel that's when I started to have thoughts of harming myself. Then I think around March 2021, this time the ways I chose were a little life-threatening.
Because of a lot of childhood trauma of sexual abuse, childhood and adulthood, sexual abuse, bullying in college, abandonment, lack of financial stability, a lot of it just it I never really dealt with it in a way where I could let go of it. During the pandemic, I had a breakup, which is what triggered the thoughts. I used to actually dream about being dead. And I'm using the word dream because at that point of time, it gave me peace. It gave me a sense of calm where I knew that I can just end it all and I don't have to deal with all the pain that I was feeling at that point of time. And that's also the time that I realized that I need to seek help. That's when I reached out to a few family members, my friends, some of my work colleagues as well. And that in itself helped me a lot to just accept that this is what it is for me right now. This is how I'm feeling. I thought about what would happen if I stayed alive. It's not like my trauma is going to go away. It's not that it's not going to affect me. I know that trauma is not something that you can let go. It's definitely something that you can deal with. It's just you will feel more liberated if you know that you have overcome so much in your life and overcome the peak of the time where you felt like death is the answer to everything. Trust me, it's not. You can get out of it. All you need to do is just reach out for help. When I say that you can reach out, what I mean is that just talk about whatever it is that you're feeling. I think it's important to share it with at least any one other person. The other thing that I started doing was also talking a lot about mental health and suicide, sexual abuse as well on social media from a lens of just spreading awareness. And that in itself was a journaling aspect for me. And it felt really good.
We really need to normalize that it's okay to not be okay, because when I opened up, there were people telling me that, maybe you are studying a lot, that's the reason you're feeling so. Then there were people who took me on face value, saying, you always keep laughing, so you definitely are imagining this is not you. And then there were people who were giving me advices like happiness is a choice, and if happiness was a choice and I decided right now itself to be happy, would that not solve half the problem of the world?
So when it comes to suicidal thoughts, I hear you. It's a very dark place to be. Something that helps me when I'm in this dark corner of my head is talking to my really, really close friends. And I'm talking about those friends I've made by sharing my struggles with. We have common struggles, so they understand what's going on in my head, sometimes even better than my best friends and my closest friends. So it's these set of people who make me realize that I'm not alone.
I wasn't alone. There were people who could help me, and even though I could not talk to my very close ones, but I knew that there was some stranger who could help me and was ready to help me. So I contacted the helpline, and so when they felt that my condition is getting worse and I might need and therapy might help for me, and so I started therapy over there. And then my parents weren't aware about any of this going on, and I had to tell them, even though they couldn't accept it completely and they were in denial, and even they were denial about therapy, but finally they did understand the seriousness of my problem after my psychologist talked about what kind of signs I was showing.
Therapy is also a wonderful sense-making space because you are with an expert who understands how to deal with such situations, who is not going to judge you and who is going to give you skills and mindsets to help you cope with it. My message to the caregivers in the community is check in on them. We always talk about reaching out. We don't talk about reaching in.